Hey, what up, what up? Hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody's doing something positive every day. Every day, something positive. Every day. What up? Just thinking about people, and oh yeah, I was also thinking about people. Those people that they've lived life and they've done what they've done and they've exercised free will, and they find themselves after exercising free will waking up and they're holding themselves accountable for the things they've done while they were exercising free will. Or, free will, it also has to do with not just like, oh, hey, I'm gonna go fucking snort a line of cocaine, or hey, I'm gonna go to these bars, or hey, I'm gonna go have sex out of wedlock, or hey, I'm gonna go do all this stuff. It has to do with a bunch of different things. It has to do with even just understanding things and how they work, right? So there's people throughout life as they grow up that are going to make choices. I know it's hard to understand that, but just kidding. Everybody obviously understands that. If you don't, I don't know what to say. But so we are born and we make a bunch of mistakes, and then one day life goes, oh, that's not good, bro. Like, we start understanding things that we did were not good. We'll just say it that way, right? Some worse than others. Some have all these explanations as to why they did what they did. But regardless of what, them by themselves, sitting in a room, sitting in a bathroom, sitting in a truck, sitting in a car, sitting on a bench, sitting at work, just one day, then another day, sometimes 20 times in a day, different instances of choices that you've made click, and you're like, oh, and you're like, oh man, and you start maybe feeling guilty, or whatever feeling you get, negative feeling for something you did in the past, right? I'm not talking to all those perfect people out there that have never done anything bad or never done anything wrong, right? You guys are great. I'm talking about the ones that have, and they understand, oh damn, I fucked up a bunch, right? Then they stop doing all that wild shit, but they constantly think about all the wild shit they did do, and by wild, I don't mean just wilding out. I mean just, damn, shouldn't have done that, It doesn't start, oh, okay, now's the time that I just beat myself to death over all the choices that I made. Once you understand and you're holding yourself accountable, you need to pick the one that's fucking with you the worst and think about it, and somehow, some way, there was a lesson in there, and then realize, hey, wait a minute, I realized that was a horrible mistake a long time ago, so these are the choices I made in regards to that were opposing that, if you get that, right? So you start understanding and trying to find some positive out of some stuff, so you understand that I don't know, just to get yourself out of the position of beating yourself up, right? Because that's gonna, later on down the line, maybe at the very last day, you're gonna realize that was the hugest mistake you made. It's just beating yourself all the time, constantly, over a choice you made, right? Then you end up making the biggest mistake of your life and just never getting over other mistakes that you made, and thinking the way you holding yourself accountable was just being right? like just not comfortable in any second of any day. That's tremendously horrible that people live like that. You know, people need to atone for things they've done, but to an extent, if you could sit down and say, okay, the past 2 years, not 2 months, 2 weeks, or nothing like that, fuck that shit. You gotta do longer than that. If you're still fucking up, or you fucked up 3 months ago or 2 months ago, keep on trucking, dude. Don't fuck up for like a year, 2, 3 years. But then start asking yourself, am I the cause of all that right there? Do I deserve this thought because of that right there? No, what you need to do is now not bring on another issue of just totally fucking pounding it that you fucked up. You need to realize, okay, I fucked up. Damn, that sucks. And then, however, and I'm not saying make excuses for it, I'm just saying understand it. Why did you make that choice? Right? I made this choice because of this. Well, what made me think like that? What made me think that way to make that choice? Because any choice you ever made that's just going to constantly pound on you is going to... There was layers and layers to it. So... you have to kind of get to the root of everything. Anything you hear, anything you see, anything in life, you got to get to the root of it. This is ground zero, or this is 1. And because of 1, then 2, then 3, you know what I mean? What started the countdown to making that choice? You know? And if number 6 was that choice, and 2, 3, 4, 5, those were all stupid ass choices you made to end of that, what was number 1 still? Right? So people need to understand that they can't berate themselves constantly for the rest of their life over choices that they have made. If it ends up, it was a horrible decision that you made, and that's it. You need to repent, and you need to pray for forgiveness, and you need to understand that you're a human being, and most likely there was something that led to that. You just don't understand it yet. But continuing on as a consequence of making that in a negative way is going to be the worst mistake you ever made. You need to clear it up. You need to figure it out regardless. And if you can't, and it's too mind-boggling on how to figure it out, then you need to take a break and figure out how you could figure it out. You know what I mean? Talk to somebody. Pray to God. Always pray to God. That goes without saying. You got to pray to God to show you, not give you, because you got everything from way before. You had every single thing that God's ever going to give you. You need to pray to understand how to find that tool, or how to find that word, or how to find that guidance that you need, because you got everything that God's ever going to give you. Right? Just don't beat yourself up. If you're doing good now and you've been doing good, you've been making good choices, and you've been living the way you're supposed to live, repent. That's it. Repent. Use your knowledge with that poor choice that you made to help other people. You have to. You got no choice, right? Unless, well, obviously you got the choice, but unless you want to make the choice to just keep making the same mistake and not freeing yourself from a poor choice, or doing the work it takes to get out of that situation. You know, things are, for me, it's been there, Like, that's not something I really ever struggled with, was that. And I know for a fact there's going to be things I didn't realize or I didn't remember until a second or two before I'm going to die. I know, I'm pretty sure something's going to click and I'm going to be like, oh. But we'll see when that happens, you know. May have forgot about some stuff, but I'm really good at not even holding anything in. There's nothing I really hold in. Stuff will bother me and I'll remember stuff, but I'm not holding it in and thinking about it daily. I know a lot of people that do, and I know they're good people. They're fucking perfect people, really perfect people that just don't really know how to manage yet. They're gonna know one day, for sure, without a doubt. Everybody's gonna know one day, right? But at this moment in time, they cannot grab the right tool that was given to them in order to manage the situation they're in. You can't. And to me, that's crazy. That's sad. You know? I think it's another guidance thing, you know, but the same person can only tell this same person the same thing so many times. You know, and if you find yourself around people that do that kind of thing, you need to try to help them out before it's too late. You know, we don't want to help them make this the worst mistake of their life by them not forgiving themselves, for them not repenting, and for them not doing what they were supposed to do. You know, and then them just coming to the realization when it's too late that they made the worst mistake that they could have possibly made. If it works like that. I don't even know if it works like that. I just feel like that's a lot of time spent on something completely useless to constantly think about, unless you're using it for a positive to help other people. So that's just my thought. That's my opinion. I don't know for sure, 100%, without a doubt. But I just thought about that. It's kind of crazy. People live like that and they beat themselves up. And I don't like to see it. I've been working with this dude that does that. He beats himself up like every second almost for his past or for what people might think of him, you know. And I'm helping him and he's very grateful. Like, it's almost embarrassing how many times he'll say, like, man, thank you from the bottom of my heart, bro. You know, I think he thinks everybody looks at him as tore back, and I can't, you know. I look at him as this dude needs to be on point 100%, because what we're doing, he just needs to be able to focus on 250 people, right? So yeah, he needs to be on point. I don't even care about that. I would, you know, whatever. I'm more concerned with the fact that he beats himself up. But that's secondary. But maybe that's why. Maybe, yeah, who knows? But have a good day. Do something positive. About to go in this car wash now. All right. Do something positive with no angles. All right. Peace out.